Alright, this is a 96 Chevy Cavalier with a 2.2 liter in it. I recently had the oil pump go out in it. I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you what it endures. I already put it back together, but here's the old pump. That's what they look like. You have to take, this is the old one, you have to take the sump off of it, then put it onto the new one. The one that I got cost about 50 bucks. Gotta change, get brand new oil when you do this too. Just like an oil change. Like we drove this one with a bad pump for probably about 15 minutes to get it home. The oil light was coming on intermittently, and then it was starting to knock. So yeah, definitely not getting oil where it needed to. Okay, yeah, I found it easier. We dropped the exhaust, took it off, just spray some penetrating oil where these bolts go, and then they actually came off. I was very impressed. You gotta take the AC compressor off. It would be down there. It's still not quite together yet. You want to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. I painted everything, the pan and this bracket here red just because I had it off. You have to take the starter off. So right here, let's see, back a little bit. This is where the AC compressor goes, if equipped. Here's the starter. This little sensor is kind of a pain to get out. You just kind of have to take this outer clip off, stick a small standard screwdriver in there, take it off. You have to take off this bracket. It holds, it's like a torsion bar that basically connects the front suspension and the motor so they don't, because like when you take this off, the whole motor just flops around in here. So that's what keeps it all strong during the torque of the motor. There's a little shield that goes over top of the flywheel here. You have to take that off. And then yeah, this will just drop down. Just make sure you have all the screws, bolts out all the way around, and then tap it with like a rubber mallet, and it should come down. So yeah, overall it wasn't too bad. Allow yourself a couple days to do it. I mean, what I did was I took it off. I took the oil pan to work to use the parts cleaner. That way I got all the metal shavings out. Then put the gasket material on. You make a thick bead around it. Try not to make the same mistake that I did on the bells here, where it goes down below the crank. Make that bead a lot thicker. Notice it on when you take it off, how much thicker and taller it is. So that way you have plenty of material there. So hopefully it'll keep it behind there. I do not believe there is an oil pan gasket. From the factory, it just comes with the forma gasket types of stuff. And then the pump sits basically right above the corner here. It's just got one 15mm bolt drop straight down. There's a shaft that connects up to the camshaft. That I don't know if they're all like this or what, but it had a little plastic clip on the old one. You gotta take that shaft off. The clip, I broke it getting it off. I don't know if it's supposed to break or not, but I just put it back in there and it works. I just fired it up for the first time here a couple minutes ago. I don't have the exhaust on yet because I wanted to see what it sounded like. I'll show you too, I guess, if you want. Might become a derby car someday, or a rally car, either one. But that seemed to have fixed it for me. Hopefully, if yours is knocking, it's the same problem. If I have any tip, if you're watching this and your oil pump has not gone out, and you drive any Chevy 2.2 liter motor, as soon as that oil light goes on, turn your car off or truck and pull over. Do not drive it anymore, because it does not take long to run out of oil or to run the engine dry. I think the biggest thing that helped us is we actually got an oil change done on this like 2 weeks ago. So it still had good oil in it, so that way if whatever oil did make it throughout the motor was able to keep a good barrier. So it's another reason to make sure you stay on top of your oil changes, because that way anything can happen at any time, and if at least you have good oil, you have a better chance of keeping your motor. Alright, I hope that helped.